Okay, for 3-point perspective, I divide my page in two because I'm going to show two different perspectives. One of them being a bird's eye view and one of them being a worm's eye view. Depending on where your horizon is, it also kind of just depends on the perspective. All right, so you're going to be doing two different ones. You're going to see at the end how they affect what you're looking at. So I'm going to start by drawing 2 points on both of mine, but then I'm going to add a third vanishing point at the bottom, making sort of a triangle, and in this case a third vanishing point at the top, again making a triangle. So if I'm going to do 3-point perspective, okay, I could imagine drawing my building quite tall and having the lines go down to it. Now so far, when I've done my 3-point perspective, it's looking a lot like 2-point perspective, and you might be wondering what the difference is. And here's where the difference lies. In 2-point perspective, my back side edges of my building or my block would come vertically straight down and be parallel to that front line. You can see that here. It's parallel to those lines. In 3-point perspective, that's where that third point comes in, because I want to extend it downwards towards that third point. So instead of having it vertical, I have it as a diagonal. Okay? And it comes straight down to that point. And that's what creates that perspective, that it is extended out and imagining that I'm looking at it from a different perspective. So the same thing is going to happen here. I'm going to draw my line, and then I'm going to have the angles be just a little bit different than what was expected. Instead of having my lines parallel, I will have them running to that third vanishing point. So when I start, it's just like 2-point perspective. There's no difference at this point. But where it changes is, instead of having a parallel line to this one, for my side edge, I'm running to that vanishing point to define the bottom edge of my building. Now, when I erase those vanishing lines and that horizon line that runs inside my building, it helps me see what I'm looking at a little bit better. And now I can imagine being a little worm crawling along, looking up at that big building, or in this case, being a bird flying along, looking down from that building, okay? So when you're using 3-point perspective, it's when you're changing which direction you're looking at it from, whether you're looking up or whether you're looking down. The same general functions of perspective apply. It's just, instead of your lines running parallel, they have to run diagonal to that third point.